Late last night, state lawmakers made a huge move to fight coronavirus. They doubled the amount of emergency savings to use for the response. They doubled it from $100 to $200 million.
It's pretty incredible. The money will be used to help the healthcare system, businesses and employees impacted by the pandemic. It comes after the governor closed all schools through April in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties. That impact will probably impact about 600,000 students, they're saying. The number of confirmed cases in Washington state is still on the rise as expected. 100 new cases since Wednesday. There are now at least 450 total cases statewide with 31 deaths. The state says there could be actually more than 1,000 infections in the region right now.
We have reached a tipping point where the spread of this virus demands that we take action.
Governor and state superintendent did reiterate that the infection rate among children is very low, but closing the schools will still help slow down the spread of the virus.
So with the schools in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties closing starting next week, there's a lot of scrambling happening, finding childcare, figuring out senior year for high schoolers, even figuring out food, because for some students, school lunch is one of their only meals. Kira Alfallen is live in Everett right now with more on that. Kira?
Yeah, good morning. So the students here at Everett High School are just a small portion of all the students that are going to be impacted by this. So about 43 school districts across Western Washington are going to be seeing the effects of this. That's a lot of students. That's about half of the student population in all of Washington state. This means all public and private K-12 schools in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties. That's about 600,000 students who will all be at home starting next week. Over in Seattle, 26 Seattle public school sites will be used to feed any students in need starting on Monday. Educators and parents worry about what this is going to mean, but for the students themselves, this means there's the added stress of losing lunch. In Seattle, more than 28% of students qualify for free or reduced lunch.
Our primary focus is to make sure we have a meal available for all students. It doesn't matter if they're free or reduced.
Similar plans are coming online in Pierce and Snohomish counties. Starting Monday, Tacoma Public Schools is planning drive-through style service at a middle school building from 10 until noon. So here in Everett, they plan on having about 28 different sites where students can come and pick up meals, and that's going to be for all kids under 18, not just students. Although students will have to order that meal a day prior, and then there are agencies like Northwest Harvest also out there doing what they can and stepping up. So we know that this is a lot of information. We have this and so much more on our website. So if you want to learn more, just head over to king5.com. Live here in Everett, Kira Alfallen, King 5 News.
Thank you, Kira. Northwest Harvest is converting their Soto Market location to a drive-up system with prepared bags of groceries. They're expecting to see some new faces as coronavirus closures put pressure on families. But just like the school districts, they want to make sure hunger does not become a side effect of this virus. They'll be offering those bags Mondays from 1:30 to 7:30 p.m. and on Wednesdays and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Unfortunately, if you're thinking about the library as a good place to go while school is closed, we may be out of luck. The city of Seattle is closing all the libraries, community centers, pools, and rec facilities. The closures start tonight at 6 p.m. and will last through April 13th. So library today is okay, but after that they're closing. The city will also offer preschool programs, hygiene services, and ebook rentals.
Governor Inslee also addressed reports that the president is considering travel restrictions to Washington state, but he doesn't seem to think that will happen.
On occasion, this president says some things that, don't come to pass and never were going to come to pass, and I hope that that's one of them. We've had no discussions with the White House on this. I've talked to the Vice President 4 or 5 times now, and that has not come up in any discussion. So at the moment, it sounds like a random comment by the president rather than a thoughtful consideration.
The president and governor have had a tense relationship at times. Governor Inslee recently told the administration to stick to the science. After that, President Trump called the governor a snake.
UW Medicine says 2 of its patients have been diagnosed with coronavirus. Now doctors are trying to figure out where they got it.
But there were no overt signs of respiratory infections in either patient. It is unclear whether they came with the infection. I suspect that they might have.
Now, both of the patients were in the geriatric psych unit at UW Medical Center Northwest. As a precaution, all 22 patients in the unit are now being tested. Doctors are still waiting on those results. As for the 2 people who tested positive, they are said to be in stable condition this morning.
Life Care Center in Kirkland, which is the epicenter of the state's coronavirus outbreak, provided new numbers. Another employee started showing symptoms, which brings the total number of people no longer working to 66. 26 residents have died, 47 are still living at the center, and of those, 26 have tested positive. Families want to know why the residents haven't been moved out.
Hospitals did not want our patients unless they were showing severe and acute symptoms. Other nursing home facilities, understandably, were unwilling to take our patients. Families felt that they were unable to care for a lot of our patients who require special medical needs that are being taken care of here in the facility.
Crews are disinfecting the facility. Still, many family members are frustrated as they try to keep their loved ones from being exposed.
During the crisis, businesses and tourist attractions are finding creative ways to serve the public while others are forced to close. Even the Space Needle is closed right now. That's where Amy Marino joins us live this morning with how differently businesses are reacting to the crisis right now. Amy?
Good morning. Yeah, is perhaps the most iconic symbol in our city, and unfortunately it's going to be closed for 3 weeks as we deal with this outbreak. And it's not the only attraction in our area. The Woodland Park Zoo, the aquarium, we just heard about the libraries and community centers. Many of them are shutting down as we go through this situation. And we've heard about some businesses, a lot of restaurants shutting down. Another business, though, another restaurant, is trying to do something a little different during this time. They're kind of changing their business plan. Canlis, which is known for its fine dining, is adjusting its operations temporarily. They're closing the dining room, which looks out over Lake Union, and they're doing something a little different. They're going to offer drive-through and delivery instead. For breakfast, Canlis is going to have a pop-up bagel shop. Its drive-through is going to be open during lunch hours, and they're going to have delivery for dinner. The restaurant says this is going to allow them to keep their employees working safely while also trying to help prevent the spread of the virus. Now, while they are adjusting how they work, there are some other businesses that are working hard to stay open during this time. The Boys and Girls Club says they are trying to expand hours, understanding that some families are dealing with a childcare crunch right now. And the YMCA says they're staying open, and they're going to be taking the temperatures of their employees who come there to work, making sure that they can still provide a place for people to come and exercise, all once again, though, trying to monitor the health of their employees and providing all the proper safety things for people who come there to exercise. We're live today in Seattle. Amy Marino, King 5 News.